Hi, hey, hello. Okay, I'm at my sister's new apartment in Dallas, and I thought I would take you with me today, maybe even tomorrow. Who really knows? But today for sure is the Lila Sage Soul Searching book release. So we're gonna go get that. And then maybe before that, we're gonna try to go to this cafe that my sister went to yesterday. She's been to it before. It's called Ola Cafe because they have a very yummy, like a maple fall drink anyways, and it was so good and I want it again. But I'm just like, ooh, the parallel parking in that area is bananas. But then I was like, there's also the neighborhood. But then I also get like, oh, this isn't my city, so I never know like what I can push the limit of, like how common is it? Like, you know what I mean? Like when you're familiar with the city, you know how fast like the tow trucks come, what areas are probably willing to call the tow truck on you, who don't give a rat's butt. But we're gonna be brave. And I think I'm gonna go get that coffee, and then we're gonna go to Barnes & Noble, and then hopefully also pick up like breakfast and lunch items, because my sister needs to go to the grocery store and I need to be fed. And it's a bummer because there's nothing really here. I mean, there is kind of stuff. Like I could eat the soup I got her yesterday, but since she said it tasted weird, but I still need breakfast. So anyways, let's go. It's maple pumpkin spice. It's so good, dude. So good. We're back at my sister's apartment, and every time I drive in Dallas, I just want to shake the city and be like, who did this to you? Ola Cafe had like a tip conversation, you know, like when a barista's put like, would you do this, A or B, and you fill the money to see like what the community vibes with. And one of them was like, would you rather go back in time 10 years or forward 100 years? If I went back in time 10 years, I'd be 25. I'd be in the middle of my grad program. And oof, you know, it would be a time because, you know, it would be a time 2015, but also no. But then I'm like 100 years in the future, that could be possible. But I bring this up because I would like to go, I don't know, to the founding of Dallas in the Fort Worth area and stop whoever decided to make 35 into multiple highways. Who decided to make it just, instead of just north-south, we also made it east-west? And I'm just like, who did this to you? And then on top of that, like 75, which is really just 45 until you get into the city limits, and then it's 75. I just want to be like, having 2 exit lanes on the highway sounds like a grand idea until you have to use those exit lanes, and then there's all this, like cars coming up, these cars are trying to go here, and it's a continuous like 4 lanes on top of like crisscrossing people at all times. And when you come up from the highway, you can't see because you're literally being lifted up from the highway, so you can't see any of this, and they can only see you as you like crest. It's stupid. It's stupid. And then like to get, like when you exit, sometimes you do like, you have to make sure that you're in the right exit lane, because if you're in the left one and you need to be on the right one, it's gonna take you to an entirely different direction. It's like subway exits in New York City where you're like, okay, I exited the train and there's that corner and that corner, but if you get the corner wrong, you're like in an entirely different part of the block / like in an entirely different direction. That's what it's like exiting 75. It's ridiculous. Anyways, I just went out obviously you saw, to Barnes & Noble. You want to see what I got? We got 2 copies of Soul Searching. One's for my little sister, one's for me. My cousin, I and her are supposed to sit on FaceTime together and read. This said the exclusive edition had like exclusive illustrations slash like a letter from the author, which this has a letter, but I was like, are the exclusive illustrations in the room with us? Are they just end pages on a paperback? But whatever. It was, I think the exclusive, sometimes you get more money off than you do like the regular one. And then, because I did not realize LIbro FM had like an audiobook sale at one point, and I downloaded an audiobook for free, which was Curvy Girl Summer. And I was like, hey, I said I wanted to read this because I really liked Plus Size Player. So now I have this book. We're kind of matching. Anyways, this one is, it says Bridget Jones' Diary meets Survival of the Thickest in Danielle Allen's Curvy Girl Summer, a smoking hot, hilarious novel about the perils of online dating. So there's that. You saw. But I got my maple pumpkin spice latte. Dude, this is so creamy because of like the cold foam that it put on it. 10/10, y'all. 10/10. I wish I could take the sticker off and put it in my journal, but this is so good. Then of course we went to In-N-Out because I went to Tom Thumb to look for like breakfast, and every time I'm in Dallas also I'm reminded about how much I desperately would miss HEB if and when I move out of this state. Because when we're going, I was like, there's not breakfast sandwiches here, or they're not like, there are pre-made dinners and stuff obviously at like grocery stores, but there's just like not the same level of like, I don't want to say like diversity because it's just like pre-made food, but there's just like something of like quality level. It doesn't look as appetizing. There wasn't any like actual breakfast stuff. It was already like 10:30, 11. So I was like, I know you have to have like a kolache somewhere, no? Or a taco or like something. And it was all just like chicken and cold sandwiches. And I was like, no. So instead, I went to In-N-Out when I realized I also could have just gone back to Central Market. But I'd already decided on In-N-Out because I've been craving In-N-Out. And so I just got a cheeseburger and ate that because it's close enough to lunchtime. And I got soup for my little sister the other day. And I think I'm just going to eat that for lunch-ish. Or late lunch, early dinner. And then when Tessa comes home, we'll just figure out what dinner's going to be. So yeah, I think literally the rest of today, I was going to stay out longer, but my sister's apartment complex, I guess it's had a couple of car break-ins, and so they're doing that whole thing that apartments do where they post cops out at night. And I don't know exactly when that starts, because they're like, no visitors can park in the garage. And it's like, okay. So I was like, well, let me just get back by noon, because I was like, I don't really know when they start or when they go away. So I'm just parked here because I'm like, I'm not leaving, because although I'm sure I could just say my sister's name and her apartment number, and I would imagine a different cop would be on shift possibly. But I don't think I don't believe people when they say we look alike. I just don't. So I'm like, there's no way. So there's that. Also, one last thing, the ragweed here is sucking my soul out of my body. It made my eyes so itchy all weekend, and I didn't realize the ragweed was so high. So I was just outside raw dogging the air instead of with a mask, and then like my eyes wanting to rip my eyes out of my face by like 3 o'clock, thinking that maybe it was the sty, maybe it was fatigue. No, it was ragweed. And I don't know if it's a big allergen in Houston, but up here I was like, oh my god. So we limit my outside time. I was like, because I didn't really go anywhere yesterday after like noon, and I'm probably not gonna go anywhere else because I don't like that feeling. But anyways, I've yapped for what is like honestly on here 12 minutes. So I think the only thing I'm going to do for the rest of the day is probably catch up on all of my journaling. Because what is there? Oh, where's my phone? I'm like waiting for the library, any of my libraries to have in a novella. If you've ever read like the Belladonna series, it's like Belladonna, Foxglove, Wisteria, and then they have a little novella that's like 300 pages. That is not a novella make, which is crazy. But I don't want to buy the book series because I don't know if I really want to like hold on to that physical media, but maybe I do. I want anybody to like get this book in so that I can listen to it. Because I want to start soul searching because my cousin already started soul searching, but I will wait for Tessa. And also because I'm going to listen to the audiobook at the same time, so I'm going to be reading twice as fast as them anyways. And so I'll catch up to my cousin, if not pass her. So yeah, anyways, I'm going to go do my journal stuff, decompress for a minute, stop yapping your ear off. That's all. I really like my sister's new little studio. I do like it much more than the other one. I like getting to and from it a lot better. The vibe just feels calmer here. I don't know how to describe it. So, all right, let me really go this time. There you go, show your face. All right, tell the vlog what you're doing.
We're putting together my, restart. We're putting together my food gallery wall that's gonna go above my pantry. Can we show them?
Yes.
And step over here, and welcome to my kitchen. So, I used to have a wall here in my other apartment where we put the gallery wall, but I don't have that now since I have storage space. So now we're gonna go up here. And it was Liz's beautiful idea. So boom, 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 boom. That's what we're gonna do. So we put them on the floor and we're gonna rearrange. And by we, I mean you are going to help me arrange to put on the wall.
Yeah. So which one do you want to be your focal point?
Either my berry men or the concha. I think could be like a fun focal. I'm not gonna lie, maybe the yellowfish too could be maybe a fun focal point.
Okay. Where do you want the focal point to start on the wall?
Either it could be off-centered or it could be centered. So like I have it centered here, maybe like an off-center.
I feel like you should probably do off center, and I vote your little men next to the fish.
Or no, you're voting that as the focal point.
This one is the focal point, or your fish. You're
Okay,
both.
so we're on
both
we're
fish.
in agreement.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you also said the concha, but it's because I don't like the frame.
No, I know. I need a better frame for it. So honestly, I could set it aside.
Well, you could still hang it and just know that obviously you're still gonna need like an 11 by 14 frame.
Okay.
So let's do. So my little man have the dinner berries. So I you didn't have. Well, I guess it's a good thing you didn't fully commit to the strawberry thing since you lost the table.
Yeah.
So put it here. Okay. What do you want next to your berries?
Maybe one of the cakes or a plate.
Now, do you want that in the center of the off center, or do you want it like towards the bottom or the top?
Like you're asking me if I want to zigzag the picture?
No, I'm asking like, do you want, well, first of all, for that one, do you want it in the center of the wall? Like, obviously it's going to be over there. But do you want it in the center? Or do you want it higher up, or you want it lower?
I think center.
Okay. Okay, and then you said you wanted, I feel like maybe a plate.
This one.
You want that one?
Here.
I feel like the plate would have to go up.
Okay.
And what do you want
We
now?
honestly could put like a small one.
You want your little
We can do that or this one.
sad soup? You want mushroom? I vote the mushroom. Maybe? Okay. Did you want me to go this way or did you want me to go that way? I guess I should have asked.
I guess.
Do you want to film most of this first?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. So what do you want next to them?
Maybe a cake.
A cake.
Or the ramen. But maybe the cake.
Oh yeah, because it goes with the yellow. And so I don't have like a rectangular item there. You know what I mean?
Well, we could either do that one or we could do this one.
But I feel like I want a big rectangle. You know what I mean? A large and charged rectangle. How would you feel about putting your fish on the side?
Yeah. Ooh. On the side?
Yeah, how would you feel about putting them like this?
Sure. Actually, maybe, yeah. I could vibe with it.
Because then, where's your soup? Your soup, homie? And then I'm thinking, maybe, do you want to do the plate over here, or you think you should put the plate
Maybe over there.
like this? Let's lower? You want it up high again?
No.
Lower. Okay. And then, see, and I feel like this one,
Hit me with the vibe.
over here. See the pink and the pink?
Mm-hmm.
And then, whoa! Whoa, crazy beans!
Sorry.
Crazy beans.
Pink.
I feel like this one. No, because it's both cakes. Well, cake up there maybe. Oh, the lighting. The lighting. You have to put them up here or something to catch more of the light. There you go. In the plate.
Yeah, that's better.
But then maybe.
Why not? Okay, I'll put in the coffee, girl. She has a coffee in her hand.
She has coffee in her hand. Yeah. Well, then she could probably go with us. She could probably go. Oh, your Peppa. Your Peppa should go over here. Do you guys want to have something like flat?
I know, because I was like, I'm not really loving what's happening over there at the end.
You know what? You don't like this?
Yeah, I'm like, I love like red over.
So do you want to just push the stuff over here and see what happens?
Sure. Well, hold on. This is rough draft. This is what we have laying down.
And she likes right here.
I love Dinnerberry red over. I'm not loving what's happening over there in that square.
You know what you should also do? You should start collecting all of your sleeves from all of your all the coffee shops you go to.
Put those on the wall.
And you put them flat on the wall to provide like different depth and texture, or you could then put them in a like framed thing to add. Okay, so you want to move these four?
Yeah.
really wish you had more horizontal items. So let's see. Actually, no. What if we're gonna do these ones because I don't want to do 2 black frames next to each other. One up yonder. Too bad this one can't also be like, you know, sideways. No. I don't like that either.
Mm-mm.
So they're kind of like that. Well, that's also on top. So what if we did... Did you make this plate?
I did.
What about this?
We could trash it.
What?
I've thought about it before.
Getting rid of this plate?
Yeah, because it feels kind of like kitschy.
That's a crazy thing to say.
Okay, fine, I won't.
Why would you get rid of
I
the
just
plate
never
you
know if it
made?
really fits.
But you made it.
Yeah.
It fits. You got red in your thing. You got pink. You got blues. You got greens. You got yellows. You even got orange.
Sure.
Sure. What if it... Too bad you know what's so silly is that I really want to make it like diagonally, but it's a circle, so there is no diagonal. It's all the same.
Yeah. Well, we could turn it.
You can't. Like in my mind, I wanted to like provide fun something like that, but it doesn't because it's a circle. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But the prints, you know, the little things on it.
Yeah, this is web through. So what if we did? Did you get rid of your coasters?
Yeah, they're in there.
How far down?
No, they're on the side closest to you. Tucked in.
Tucked in. Nope. Oh. Well, Central Market. Typical. How's the heart?
This is what we're thinking about putting on.
Oh, I was like, you moved the camera.
Sometimes I like to add a different background, you know, keep it.
She said, because in reality you could do this, right? Boop. And then you could just attach these plain onto the wall.
Yeah, true.
Because you really like chica and not so hard.
I have, this.
Hold you down.
I'm sure I have more of things.
I was like, you can also put this. Well, wait. Oh, you're showing the vlog. So you could do something like.
It's just the coffee ones tend to be a bit tougher than like my other items.
Tougher.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Like just a bit like more like edge.
Oh, edgy?
Yeah, so it doesn't ever feel like it might blend in well. You know, I got like cakes and like an old lady with men with berries, and I have like flour and soups and, you know.
But really, in reality, it's honest. You just kind of like vibe with it. Because I was like, you could put that there. And then honestly,
I like a bit more.
that. Too bad you don't have another long one right here. You know what I mean?
I'm sure I could accumulate something.
You could accumulate.
I thought about putting like my old, it doesn't make any sense, but like my old letter opener.
Why wouldn't that make any sense?
Because you hold this. Because this is all like kitchen food and like things and like.
LDU in that one?
Maybe.
Oh, that?
It looks too funky though.
It is a vibe, that's for sure.
I feel like it would help.
It make you feel better?
Yeah, maybe. Or does that look like too much on the eye?
No, if that's how you want to roll it, I feel like it. Let it focus. There it goes. Got enough command strips?
I think so. I mean, I had them on nails and I had them in command strips. I might need more command strips, but I do have. I think I hung a lot of these on nails, and I took off the nail nail.
Do you want to incorporate things like that, or do you want to put those on there?
On where? Well, because they're like kind of underneath. I don't think I want to. I could do it like that.
Yeah.
Or is that too random?
No.
I had more of them.
There it goes.
I got these. It's a hand. A moon. Sacred Heart.
A cross.
A cross.
Where are you good? And an altar, honestly, that's what it feels like. Because it feels like Lady Guadalupe would be right there.
Mm-hmm. I think like I could like do that in a. I would maybe do 3. But I also thought I could do it kind of like how I had last time.
Oh, like that? The 3? What would you put right there? What do you
But
want?
it just feels weird to have it above my mirror and not have anything in it. First, I feel like it could just kind of be like decor in there.
Yeah, you do those two. And what else? The cross. Those are the ones that feel the most religious-y.
The cross I like to hide. Because I like the idea of when I put it by the door, then you're like, you can put Jesus in it just as a joke.
My man, Jesus, Muhammad.
In it.
What are the other Jesus names? God bless.
Yeah. The cookies.
Oh, the cookies. So you only put those 2 up there?
No, I would do 3.
The moon?
Probably. Okay, show them the cookies. Do you want a house tour?
Ooh.
It said to chill them for 30 minutes, and then we're gonna preheat the oven, and we're gonna bake them.
Crazy that you didn't have the oven preheated.
Yeah, I know. Whatever.
Whatever.
Maybe I would like the hand with it, or this one with this,
Mhm.
maybe.
I vote hand because I feel like the moon should go with this.
Okay. You know, your hand is in the cooking.
Yeah, you want it.
Your hand's cooking and your hand's
Well,
baking.
honestly, you could then put this one this way. You could tilt this one for fun.
I like that. I kind of like it sideways though better. It feels more intentional.
This?
Yeah. I'm really liking that.
In the reality, then you still have. There, technically, if it's like this, then you still have all of this room,
Mm-hmm.
and then in reality, you have that to the door.
Mm-hmm. Which I don't mind. There not really being anything above the cubby.
Well, yeah, but if you wanted to extend it, like if you started to continuously
Yeah.
come
Like I would
that-
like this predominantly above this main
Thoroughfare.
Yeah, and we could kind of space it out a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, it is space. How much more space do you want it to have? I was like, didn't you have other food stuff that you just haven't framed yet?
No.
No? Here, really is the first time the oven's being used. Sounds like it smells.
Smells bad.
You can't smell it.
My nose is starting to get stuffed up.
Do you need decongestant allergy medicine?
Probably.
Okay. You're pretty happy with this? Because you're going to need hooks for this.
Uh-huh.
Obviously, you're probably going to need...
Oh, I can smell it. I told you it was brand new.
You know what that reminded me of when you did
Wait,
that?
so should I do something before I put the cookies in it then?
It's an excellent question you ask. I don't know. Question for the internet. I would say our mother, but she's asleep. You try it, B.
Yep, that's what I was gonna do. FaceTime, Aunt B.
Because you need... Who the fuck is that?
They pressured me to pick somebody, so that's who I picked.
Pressure somebody. I don't think already set up on my phone.
Yeah, Pop, what are you doing?
Did I wake you?
No, I'm just laying here. We're looking at TikTok. What you eating?
Mexican chips.
Oh, okay.
Red choritos.
I have a question for you.
Uh-huh.
If I have a new oven, is there something special I have to do before I put something in it to cook?
When you say new, is it like newly installed? Usually, they didn't leave you the book?
Well, it's just a
It's just a
standard.
normal oven.
Well, I was going to say because...
It's because it smells.
Yeah, it's, with my oven, yeah, you're supposed to like turn it on for a few hours for 3 or 4 times before you actually put anything to bake in there, because you're going to bake off all the coatings and stuff. So, like, set it to 350 and then let it run for a few hours and then turn it off, and then do it a few more times before you actually bake in it.
It's because this doesn't smell, so then I assumed it was new then.
Yeah, if that's the case, it's going to smell a little bit. Make sure your vent is on.
Well, there's also a vent in an apartment. Just means you vent the air from the stove up into the ceiling. There is
That's okay.
There is no venting.
Wait, so does it smell like there's coating?
It just smells, and I don't.
Yeah, like it's new and it's just never not been used.
I don't know. I've never had a new oven. I've never lived in a new complex.
Yeah, but it's not like brand. I mean, it's brand new, but it's not like no one's lived in here.
Yeah, I would just use it. I would,
Well, that could
I
be
would
just
turn
them
on.
cleaning it.
I would
It could
turn
be them
on
just.
and not-
It could just be that they cleaned it.
Yeah, that too.
I think it might just be that, because there's just no way.
What are you trying to bake? Pizza?
Cookies.
Oh,
I think it's just a cleaning part, because I feel like it would smell way worse.
who knows? What kind of cookies are you
Well, we
making?
can make them tomorrow then. Just keep the oven on for a little bit and let it bake off.
Ooh, those look good. Homemade or store bought?
Homemade. By me.
love.
Look at you guys.
With love.
Domestic and everything.
More like Tessa. I just sat on the couch and took a shower.
Yeah, don't say you guys. It was me.
Okay, sorry. Look at you, Tessa.
I made my big sister chocolate chip cookies.
Look at you. Thank you, big sis. So did y'all plan the Mexico City trip?
Girl, we haven't even looked at it.
We're not gonna go.
You're not?
Mm-mm.
Y'all decided against it?
Well, I hadn't really. It's after that whole like debacle of it all. Hi, good morning. Next day. I can't find my sister's air fryer. Like, where is it? Because Because that's too narrow. Like, for real, for real. It's not in here. It's not in there. I cannot find it. This is like insanity. Where else would the air fryer be? It's too big to fit in these. What the heck? Okay, well, I don't really want to put this in the microwave. My breakfast that I got at Sprouts. But I don't know. I feel like I could have sworn that I saw her put them in these, like, thicker ones. Yo. Well. No, that's water bottle. What the heck? Okay, anyways, I guess I'll use a microwave. Boo. Tomato, tomato. What a bummer. Absolute bummer. How long do you want them in the microwave? 45 seconds. I am hungry though. Okay. Well, I guess I'll speak to you when this is done. Yo, I had plans today, and then my anxiety really just got the best of me, and by anxiety I mean like my overthinking. Because like I woke up like, what am I gonna get for breakfast? Breakfast. I'm a creature of habit. If I was back home, all set in stone. But here, not so much. My sister and I have very different eating habits, which is unfortunate. So instead, because I wanted to go to Half Price Books, sit down, journal, catch up on all that, so when I get back to Houston, I could just like clean and be set and ready to go. However, weekend with all the anxiety of like what I'm gonna eat, I was just like, I don't want to go to Half Price Books. The traffic to get there, first of all, because I want to get there right when they open at 9, which means I'd be driving at 8 a.m. traffic in the city. And that's not something I really want to do, especially because like Houston drivers are in fact reckless and crazy, but Dallas is a different type of reckless, and I don't fully understand it yet, so it makes me nervous to be out in the streets with them during their peak reckless hours. So I just was like, whatever, because I was gonna make coffee, and I thought maybe I could get coffee and a little food and then sit there, but it just like, it was too much. Like breakfast was consuming too much of my thoughts of like, what am I gonna do, that I was like, oh fuck it, I'm not gonna do it. So instead I went to Ola again, and then I made a pit stop at Sprouts that's like around the corner from Ola, and I got breakfast sandwiches. Perfect. And I think I was gonna eat both of them, but I think I'm just gonna save the other one for tomorrow for breakfast on the road, since it was like real easy. It took like 30 seconds to heat up. I ate it within like 2. It'd be perfect to just like heat up and run. So I got that in an apple because I do enjoy snacking on an apple on the road. And I've decided that instead I'm just gonna stay here in like this exact spot because it's got countertops, and I think I'm just gonna update my journal here while I'm standing, use some of my leg muscles, and watch Prison Break. Because another reason I wanted to go to Half Price Books is because they have, if you go to the flagship one, it's huge, so it has a really large array of physical media. And I started watching Prison Break, and they had Prison Break, like at least season 1 and 2, like at that half price, and I was like, oh well, I remember really loving it and having like a crush on the main guy in like 2012. I was very much in my USA channel era, because I was also into like Suits and White Collar, honestly peak television. And or like, I feel like 2012 was the golden age of television. Well, I don't know, actually I'm speaking nonsense. I did not study TV or film. Actually I did study film, but not TV. I just felt like TV was at its peak during like 2012, before all the streaming services really came in and they stopped giving you like episodic things. But there goes my battery, so I need to stop yapping. But anyways, I was gonna see whether I wanted to commit to the bit. So I'm on like episode 4 or 5 of Prison Break, and it's silly, but honestly kind of nostalgic because it started in 2005. But let me go change my battery before this just randomly cuts me off. Finally done. We ready? It's nothing too impressive. Oh, hey, it's stuck together. This is for headlines, so that'll happen later. And today's blank, but update, I'm this far in, and I will be honest, I did not think the ghosts were going to be funny little side characters, in the sense that they are truly like parent trapping them. And I didn't really think that that was going to be a thing till I got to where I'm at, and then the ghost did what the ghost did, and I giggled, and I said, oh, this is about to be delicious. This is about to be a good time. Anyways, what is this book about, you ask? I don't know, I never read the back. She can talk to ghosts. The ghosts have stopped talking to her. She doesn't know why. She came home. He's running away from something, so he goes in to do a fresh start in a tiny town. And I'm thinking a significant other died. I think, anyways. It'd be silly if it was just a heartbreak. Okay, that wouldn't be silly. It'd be silly if it was just a breakup, which is not silly because breakups are incredibly heartbreaking. However, the way the vibe is going, it feels like she's got to have died. You know? So, but I'm going to continue on. I just had to update you that I think the ghosts are hilarious in this book. And I'm having, like, I'm not like super pulled in, like I feel like I have been before in the other books. But I'm interested enough, one could say bored enough to be entertained. You know? Like, I'd rather keep reading this than go back to Prison Break, so it's interesting enough. Do with that information as you will. Delicious. That's all I have to say. That's the update. All right, I'm gonna get back to it. We're home. Now it's time to unpack, but first, I want to show you the things that I got. I don't know if I ever showed you, but before I was recording my time in Dallas, we went 2 half-price books, and I picked up the first season of How to Get Away with Murder. Isn't that exciting? It's the only season that they had. And then at my half-price books that I go to, they had Scandal, the first season, for like $2. And then when I went to the flagship in Dallas, they had both season 2 and season 3, and that's about all they had. And I've never seen Scandal I don't even think I've seen a full season of Scandal. But I'm very excited because it's very much up my alley. So, I got that while I was in Dallas. And then, I got international stickers. Thank goodness that this shop is still shipping to the US. But, I'm very pumped because these were the stickers I used for my Hobonichi. And, I thought she wasn't going to sell them anymore, and she is. So I have now the like cousin. I love having the cousin colors and then like a neutral color to do for the weeks. Last time I ordered gray, but they weren't an option, and I think if I would have waited like closer to like November-ish, middle of October, I could have gotten gray because I think she probably would have linked it, but I was scared the tariffs were going to scare people off. You know what I mean? It's already so much. And I was like, I can't imagine like being a small business in another country trying to figure out how to ship your goods to the US. Because you know what I mean? And then this I'm really excited about. Ooh hoo hoo. I love this shop. It's a Formula 1. Well, it's not a Formula 1 shop. It's a shop that does like keychains and phone charms, and I bought her, I guess I could like put the little like @ for the Etsy. She's in Puerto Rico. And I got her Lewis Hamilton phone charm, loved it, but I put it on my camera. And then I also got her Danny Rick like little star keychain. And then I decided that with my phone, I didn't really want, with my phone, I didn't really want like the red Ferrari option, even though like these are cherry, so there is red on it. I just didn't like the vibe. So instead, I asked her to do one of these, or a custom one, because you can do custom ones. So I did Ricardo. I don't know, I guess I did spell Ricardo, but I guess I should have just said Rick 03. But I don't know, can you see? Anyways, I was like, it's not focusing, but it just says Ricardo 03, and then it says I never left, and I just told her to do it in like the blue. And I think Ricardo was too much. It's not giving as loosey-goosey as the Hamilton one, but the Hamilton one had a lot more regular beads, and I think because I said Ricardo. So let me get this through my phone charm thing. It's not as cute as I expected it to be, but it's okay. I still like it. Oh my gosh, this is gonna... Oh my gosh. Yeah. It's cute! I really do like the blue with the purple and the pink. I do kind of wish that I had just told her Rick. I think I told her... That's my fault. But whatever. It still works as a phone charm, and it's cute, and it's exactly what I wanted, pretty much. She followed my exact directions, so that's on me for opting for Ricardo instead of Rick. And then these are just, they're barrettes. Because I saw this girl on TikTok do, she had these, although I think they were probably better, but she had like little safety pin clips. And I thought they were cool. And then I also saw these, and I also thought these were very much giving 2000s. So I got those. I scratched an itch. I got that. And then one last thing. Totally Toads. Stop it. Okay, backstory. I, as a child, had an all purple room. I was one of those purple girlies who everything had to be purple. And my mom had gotten me this tiny little Timex that was the shape of a Mac. Back in the day, you know, when Mac did the like see-through colors. And it was purple and I loved it. And I don't know what we did with it. And I was thinking like, oh, I have this clock in this part of my room. And it's really hard to see the time. Unless it's daytime and I'm staring right at it. And I was like, I really would like a clock that I can just like see the time no matter what part of day it is. But isn't necessarily like, what is it called, analog when it's not digital? I think so. Because I have a tiny analog clock in my bathroom. And I thought about having one in my room. But I was like, I don't know. And so then I decided to search up, like, I was like, what if I get that tiny clock that I really loved as a child? Stop. This is not, like, I wanted the purple one, but the guy wanted $90 for it. $90. I'm screaming. So I thought, well, I'm no longer like 10. So let's go for a different one. They apparently came in lime green at one point, which I would have screamed. But this one was like $40. Okay, where's the plug? Oh, I need to see if it works. Are you ready? Let's go on an adventure. Where should I put ya? Where should I put ya? Actually, let's go right here, seeing as this is off because we lost power earlier. Stop it! Oh my God. Now if I can only remember how to set the time. How do we do it? Dang it. Okay, well, I don't know how to set it yet, but I'm gonna figure it out. Because I'm really excited. Oh my God! Oh my gosh, so much better. Okay. I'm pumped. Okay, I'm gonna figure out how to do that. And then maybe I need to put a battery in it and that'll help. We're gonna figure this out and I'm gonna leave you here because I'm gonna start the next vlogs of sorts doing like an unpack and a reset because it is the first of the month. So thanks for watching this chaotic like random clips of literally just I think me. It's actually honestly a vlog of nothing, but that's okay because we're here to practice recording, editing, and uploading. We're developing our skill set. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Real quick, back to just tell you, I forgot to film it because my sister came home. I finished this. It was a good time. I feel like I was more excited to read Blue Rebel Ranch starting out, like I was more like invested in the stories, but I was interested enough to keep reading this, so therefore I did. Obviously my favorite parts were the ghosts. My other favorite part, because I had 3 favorite parts, so my second favorite part was their intimate scenes. They were very communicative and very much about like consent, and I really enjoyed that. It was very tender, I felt. And so to me, it made it that much more like intense. And I really enjoyed it. And then thirdly, the third act conflict is but a conflict that one can resolve and or work on resolving that doesn't require the couple to miscommunicate and do something ridiculous and break up. You do get, I don't want to say like a POV, a cameo. You do have a moment where these are, you are aware, if you read Blue Rebel Ranch, of how they are connected to, Meadowlark, Wyoming. Right in the funny bone. Anyways, I like this. At first it was like a 3.5, 3.75, but like the lack of actual miscommunication and breaking up really elevated to a 4 because the more I read romances, the more I'm infuriated by the fact that they don't communicate. But they were communicating the whole book, which would make, you know what I mean? It would have been silly if they somehow miscommunicated at the last part and broke up. I was like counting down the time. I was like, oh my God, I only have 30 minutes left in the book. Is the breakup coming? No. And that might be a spoiler, and I'm sorry to tell you, but I would love to know that as a reader, that like, don't worry, they don't break up. So there we have it. I finished soul searching. Solid time. Not much else to say. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.